Today's episode of A Brief History is sponsored by Squarespace. Stay tuned to the end of the video to find out more information. You ever been binging some YouTube videos for just way too long, and after about 3 to 12 hours, you ask yourself, how did I get here? You started by watching videos on how to make Gravity Falls pastries, and somehow wound up watching a bunch of Sesame Street puppets getting tortured by education and symbolism. Congratulations! You're in that weird part of YouTube again, and you are watching a little series called Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Why is it called that? I honestly don't think anyone knows. But despite that, I love this series. I can still remember discovering it for the very first time on YouTubers React in 2013. Oh my god, that was 5 years ago.
Well, it's time for my old person pills.
But seriously, I was totally floored by what I was seeing other, more popular people see. And after staring at Shane Dawson's completely uninterested face for the 5th time, I knew that I had to learn more about what he was watching. So, with that said, hello and welcome to another episode of A Brief History. Today's episode, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Ready, set,
get creative!
So, the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series was created by Becky Sloan and Joseph Pelling, a couple of British filmmakers who met during college. Most of their earliest online work dates back to around 2008 and it's pretty much what I expected. You got colored penciled animated squirrels with dialogue from The Shining. You got a series of honestly really cool stop motion style animated shorts. You got probably the most uncomfortable feeling a Christmas card has ever given me. And quite a lot of their work had the same color scheme of red, yellow, and bogwater green. That's looking pretty familiar already. So these guys had been making independent shorts and art pieces for years, both on their own, as a duo, and as part of a filmmaking collective known as This Is It. And this group of talented filmmakers boasted the highest of honors that any artist aspires for. A YouTube channel. I got like 10 subscribers, it's pretty cool. You check out my Minecraft channel. Yeet. The This Is It Collective YouTube channel was launched on November 9th, Donkey Kong, no! The This Is It Collective YouTube channel was launched on November 9th, Danger Date, 2010, sometimes I mix those up, and with this launch came the channel's first video featuring the only slightly threatening title, Bad Things That Could Happen. And if you like giant cardboard props and confetti paper being blown by fans, then this video, it's for you, as the This Is It crew displayed a bunch of scenarios of seemingly ordinary things going wrong in a way that is just slow enough to make me noticeably uncomfortable. And like, does anyone know what's actually supposed to be happening during the egg part? Cause I got nothing. But unfortunately, this video didn't really gain a whole lot of traction on YouTube. I guess back in 2010, people on YouTube were too busy watching, I don't know, Equals 3 and freaking Double Rainbow, and this one just kind of passed them by, only gaining a few thousand views in a year. And This Is It wouldn't release another video until the summer of 2011. But oh, okay. What a video it was. On July 29th, 2011, Becky and Joe's brainchild, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, was officially released. The setup was simple. A trio of puppets get taught some life lessons about being creative via an incessantly catchy tune sung by a freaking living, breathing notepad because we're living in the future, man. And that seems innocent enough. But as bright and happy as it might sound, something about the whole thing felt off. Like, the bird one's voice has this subtle auto-tune on it for no reason. The red one's got a face like an Ood from Doctor Who and talks in a deadpan voice the whole time. And then, of course, near the end of the video, things go off the deep end, and we got spastic dancing, weird CGI, the music goes absolutely nutso-dutso, and then there's raw meat, human organs, death potatoes, and rain, oh my god! Then it all just kinda stops, and yeah, that's the video. I'm gonna be real here. I love Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. It's the perfect example of the kind of stuff that would only ever come out of YouTube. Do you think you're gonna find this kind of surreal puppet horror on The Learning Channel or freaking HGTV? Nah man, you got a birthday cake full of meat and that's got YouTube written all over it. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared liked YouTube, and luckily, YouTube liked it back. And then they went on a date. And it got 52 million views. Yeah, needless to say, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was a massive hit on YouTube. Despite being a bit of a slow burner at first, Don't Hug Me grew to boast over 700,000 views by the end of 2011. By the time the YouTubers React episode that I mentioned earlier came out in May of 2013, the video had grown to boast more than 3 million views. And today, the video has nearly 53 million views, which is more than every single video on this channel combined. I love my job. So, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was the newest big hit viral whatever on YouTube, but it kinda took 2 years for it to get there. And in that time, Becky and Joe had moved on to working on other projects. Like, as big of a hit as it was, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was really just a project that Becky, Joe, and their team worked on in their free time. They actually had planned to make it a series at first, but dropped the idea after finishing episode 1. It wasn't until the video's online popularity had skyrocketed that they decided to revisit the series. And revisit it they did. In January of 2014, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 2 was released, gained over 1 million views in 5 days, and continued to entertain, disturb, and confuse the masses. So, having proved that it wasn't just a fluke, Becky and Joe wanted to pursue making even more episodes of the series. But all that felt and human entrails don't pay for themselves, so Becky and Joe launched a Kickstarter campaign to raise money for future episodes of the show. And man, seeing those puppets held hostage and forced to read scripts begging you for money in exchange for their lives, that like really got me in the giving mood. That got me in the heart. So much so that I didn't even know this Kickstarter existed until recently. Oopsie poopsie. But anyway, the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared Kickstarter was looking to raise about £96,000 to produce 4 more episodes of the show. And luckily for the remainder of this video, the campaign was a success, raising nearly £105,000. And so, over the next couple years, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6 were all released. And as the series went on, people started to realize, hey, there's some actual deeper stuff going on here. That talking steak is trying to make me think about some shiz. Yes, much like many other popular things on the internet, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared sparked a countless number of theories that aim to decode the hidden messages of the admittedly pretty abstract shorts. These videos were way more than just random creepy fun. There was a lot of real thought and effort going into every single minute detail of these shorts. And because of that, there were so many different interpretations of what it all meant. Though at this point, I think it's pretty widely accepted that this series is a commentary on children's programming, advertising, and modern society.
A statement on modern society. Ooh, ain't modern society awful?
But explaining all that jazz, that's not my bag, man. I leave that junk to my buddy Matt Pat. I'ma go skateboard. Whee! But now, we've reached 2016, a year where Vine still existed. They made an Angry Birds movie for absolutely no reason other than just the green. I was just discovering Life is Strange, and Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared released its final episode. And episode 6 was a really solid end to the series that answered a lot of questions. I think. Honestly, every time I watch this, I'm just waiting for the gel guy to show up and start screaming, because that gets me every time. And so, with one final pull of the plug, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was over. Over the next couple of years, the most Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared content that we got was that one time in October of 2017 that Becky and Joe decided to puppet it up on the amazing world of Gumball, and that was pretty sufficient nightmare fuel, but obviously, it didn't feature any of the characters or themes of the actual Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared series, so as cool as it was, it technically doesn't count. So for the longest time, it seemed like Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was just done for good, which honestly probably would have been fine. It had an incredible run and was already pretty well cemented as a YouTube classic. But at the same time, it was kinda sad that such a unique concept and world was no longer gonna be explored. Boom! Brand new Don't Hug Me I'm Scared trailer drops out of freaking nowhere. Wakey wakey, cause the nightmares are back. That's right, on September 13th, 2018, the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared channel dropped their first video in over 2 years. A teaser trailer announcing the return of the series. We got to see these characters in a brand new setting, and that was it. No real story information, release date, heck, we don't even know where it's being released. With the backing of Conan O'Brien's Conoco, chances are we're looking at a Don't Hug Me I'm Scared TV series. But whether it's released on TV or on Netflix, Hulu, or some other streaming service, we have no idea. But dude, Don't Hug Me I'm Scared is coming back and it looks really freaking creepy. I'm very excited about this if you can't tell. Because there's really nothing else like it. It's horror, but it's also colorful and funny. It seems random, but it's actually masterfully thought out. It's a simplistic visual marvel with some freaking stellar production values. And like I said, there's really no other place that Don't Hug Me I'm Scared could have thrived other than YouTube. The YouTube community found this series and they watched it to death. They reacted to it, they dissected it, and they banded together to theorize about its deeper meanings. And I guarantee that that whole shebang is gonna start right back up once this new series gets going. The people are already breaking down trailers and theorizing about the overall plot of the show. So imagine what it's gonna be like when the show actually premieres in like 2045 or whatever. So in conclusion, Don't Hug Me I'm Scared reminds me of a dream I had where I was watching this creepy game show with a studio audience full of expressionless Elmos that all stared directly at the camera and therefore into my soul, into my dream soul. And after staring in silence for a few seconds, they all in unison just go, oh. I woke up confused and uncomfortable, but I never forgot it. And I don't think I'll ever forget Don't Hug Me I'm Scared either. And you know what else I won't forget? The sponsor for today's video Squarespace. That's right, this episode of A Brief History is once again brought to you by Squarespace, the awesome all-in-one platform that gives you everything that you need to help put together your own website. Maybe you're a Don't Hug Me I'm Scared fan who wants to start a theory discussion site in preparation for the new series. Well, Squarespace wants to help you. You can call it Don't Hug Me I'm Scared theory discussion site in preparation for the new series.com. I'm not that great with names. But seriously guys, Squarespace provides an awesome service for anyone looking to build a website. They've got tons of beautiful templates to make your website look super professional, plus full-on award-winning 24/7 customer support. And if you're interested, you can even start a free trial right now by heading to squarespace.com. And when you're ready to launch, you can get 10% off your first website or domain purchase by heading to squarespace.com/FootofaFerret and entering the offer code ABH. That stands for A Brief History. If you decide to check it out, not only will you be getting access to all the tools that you need to build that Don't Hug Me I'm Scared theory site, but you'll also be helping out the channel and allowing me to keep making brief histories for you guys. So that link again is squarespace.com/FootofaFerret with the code ABH. So major thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring, major thanks to you guys for supporting the channel, and I think that's about it, so until next time, thanks for watching guys, and DFTBA.